Hey guys, welcome to Chaos Unfiltered. I'm your host Abby, and today we're going to be talking about healthy mindsets. What I'm going to focus on is kind of what I'm doing in my own life to help build my healthy mindset, to increase my mindset, and how you can implement it in your own life if you want, all of those fun things. So for me, I think healthy mindset first starts with how you're thinking, obviously. So if you are a super negative person, you think of all the stressors, you like to complain a lot, stuff like that. You're putting a lot of negatives out into the world, so what you're going to get back is a lot of negative, a lot more stress. So changing your mindset on how you feel about things that are going on in your life, right? Like, yeah, that situation was super stressful, but what went well? Or, hey, that was super stressful, but it's over now, we're good, right? Those types of things. I definitely think it is healthy to kind of complain and like let out those stressors, but I think it's also even more important to then talk about the good things more, right? And that's something that I have definitely been working on a lot, is being more positive, thinking about the positives that happen in my day, because I've always thought about the positives that have happened in my day, but I like to keep them to myself a lot of the times. I like to keep the good things to myself, which is fine, but then if all I'm doing to my friends, my significant others, stuff like that, is putting out negatives and only telling them the negatives, that's going to impact them. And then that's going to impact our relationship, stuff like that. So it's definitely still very important to give them the positives. And that's something I really didn't think about until more recently, is just being more positive and putting out the positives more than putting out the negatives and like using my time with my friends and stuff to complain. But definitely still complain. I'm definitely going to still complain. That is one thing I will say I'm pretty good at, is complaining. So I'm not going to stop that. But still being mindful of those things and realizing that maybe I'm being too negative in a situation, right? Or I'm complaining too much about something that's not really that big of a deal. Something else I'm really working on that I think helps with like a healthy mindset is just what I'm putting into my body, right? Everything in life is going to impact you in some way, and especially what you're doing physically, what you're putting into your body is going to impact how your mindset and just your health overall, right? So that's something I'm really prioritizing, is what I'm putting into my body. So making sure I'm getting enough protein, making sure I'm getting my vegetables, all of those things that you need every day to really help grow and be more positive, because I do think the good stuff you put into your body is going to impact how you are as a person. Like, if all you're doing is eating junk food, it's going to impact you negatively in more ways than one. And I think that's something that sometimes is hard to look at. So for me, I'm definitely focusing on like meal prepping and getting all the nutrients I need. One, to help me in the gym too, because that's another aspect that I think is important, is like staying active, however that is. I think that really impacts your healthy mindset, is just staying active. If all you're doing is laying down all day, you're going to kind of get into a depressive state. Like, I've been there, don't get me wrong. But getting up and getting moving and staying active is so important. And obviously not everyone is a gym person, and that's perfectly fine. I don't want everyone to be a gym person, selfishly, just because the gym is already fucking packed. I do not need more people there. But like, just doing things that can keep you active, right? Just going for a walk, or even just going outside and getting some fresh air, hanging out with friends, going on a hike, stuff like that. Like, it doesn't have to be going to the gym and working out for an hour and a half, right? Like, that's not everyone's thing, and that's perfectly okay. I will say, with the healthy mindset, there are some negatives that people could say that I think are still very healthy for a person, right? Like, I love a good fucking crash out. I'm not gonna lie. And I think those can be healthy, right? Complaining can be healthy in small portions and when it is needed, right? If you are so stressed out, hurt, feeling these really intense emotions, maybe you need that fucking crash out to get back to that healthy mindset, right? That's okay. Do it. Are there other healthy coping mechanisms that you could do? Yeah, probably. Like, you could journal, you could just talk to yourself about it to get it out. But you know what? I think it is perfectly okay to have a crash out sometimes. So if that's what you think you need to help your mindset, fucking do it. And that's another thing, is just like, even though this is what I'm doing to help my healthy mindset, that doesn't mean that that's what everybody needs to do, and everyone's going to do it a little differently too. I think it's so important to look at yourself and be like, okay, what are these things that I need to work on to be a more positive, to be a more outgoing person, stuff like that, right? I have a quote on my whiteboard in my room that says, your comfort zone will kill you. And I look at that quote all the time, and that is one of my favorite quotes, because your comfort zone will fucking kill you. If you are comfortable where you're at, you're never going to grow as a person. You're never going to get that promotion at your job, get to the physical fitness level that you want to get at, right? Because you're comfortable. It's okay to be comfortable, but get out of your fucking comfort zone and do those things that you wouldn't typically do, because you might learn like that you fucking love doing those things, right? And then they do get into your comfort zone, kind of like, now this is the new normal, but you're bettering yourself. If you just stay where you're comfortable and you're never willing to push yourself harder to get to that next step, I mean, what are you fucking doing, to be honest? Another thing that I'm definitely prioritizing to help my healthy mindset is definitely my medication. So I reached out to my doctor recently because a lot was going on with me health-wise and just mentally too. And I was like, no, like, I have a family history of something, like, maybe that's actually what's going on, and it's not what I thought was the reason, right? Like, I thought the reason is just me and my boyfriend fighting, ex-boyfriend, all of that stuff, and that was what was impacting me mentally. But then I was like, no, like, something is definitely off, right? And so it's, listen to your body and reach out to your doctor. Get that help if that's what you need, right? Because it turns out, like, hey, maybe it was part of that relationship too that impacted me mentally. I don't know, but I was having health problems. So now I'm taking care of those health problems, and that's helping me with that healthy mindset, right? I'm also trying to really prioritize taking my vitamins daily. That is something that I've always struggled with, is just consistently taking my vitamins, because it's just so easy to forget, right? I keep mine in the kitchen. I walk past the kitchen, I'm like, oh yeah, I need to take those. Don't have the water, don't go. I don't take them at that moment. Stuff like that. So now I put a reminder on my phone that alerts me every night at 7 p.m. because I should be done eating dinner at that point, to take my pills. And so I'm going to take my pills, and that's going to help me too, because those multivitamins and just the vitamins in general that I'm taking are going to benefit my health. They're going to help me stay healthy. So prioritizing that is something I'm working really hard on, and I'm doing really well too, in my opinion. Like, yeah, there was like a day or two that I've missed so far, but honestly, that is so much better than last year. Last year, I think I might have taken my vitamins like maybe 20 times. I remember going to my doctor, and they're like, hey, are you still taking this multivitamin, all that? And I said, no, I haven't taken that in months. Like, I literally just stopped buying them because I was like, they're just sitting in my cabinet, and then they're expiring, and I'm wasting money because I'm not taking them. And they're like, you should probably do that. And I was like, I hear you, but, and that's the thing too, like, it was just an excuse. Like, it's an easy fix, and I did fix it, which is great. But something that I'm also doing is, like, not making excuses for myself, not making excuses of why I can't do things, right? That's not getting out of your comfort zone. If all I'm going to do is make excuses of why I can't do it, I'm never going to do it, right? Stop making excuses and just do it. Push yourself. Make those little achievable goals and build on those goals to get to where you want to be. And that's going to help build that healthy mindset so much. I feel like right now my mindset has changed so much from where it was in December to where it's at now. And I'm so grateful for that, right? Like, I feel better. I feel healthier. I feel less tired. Like, it's so crazy to me how much just like changing your outlook, changing your mindset, changing just a few things can impact you overall, right? Like, I used to be a person that really liked to chill at home. I love naps. I don't do those things anymore, right? Like, I want to stay active. I want to go out and do things, all of that stuff. And that is so great. I also definitely do think that it's okay to take those, like, lazy days, right? I definitely still have those lazy days where I'm just chilling on the couch, but I'm still doing things to help my healthy mindset, right? Like, I'm reading books. Like, I'm staying active in that way. Like, I'm staying active doesn't have to mean going to work out. Like, reading is a healthy activity, no matter what you're reading. And reading can be such a better activity than just sitting around and watching TV, because that can be super unhealthy. There's so many articles about how unhealthy just watching TV a lot can be, right? So for me, definitely right now, my focus is just staying more positive, putting good things out into the world rather than complaining about those small stressors that do stress me out. Obviously, still complain about those things. I still do that, but I don't do it as often, which I think is the important part to look at. Is I'm definitely like, oh yeah, this sucked, but this was great. Building those relationships and friendships and putting myself out there more too. Just if my friends ask me to do something, I'm definitely more likely now to say, like, yeah, let's, like, go do it. I'm down. Like, I don't even care what it is. Like, for some things that in the past, I would have been like, no, like, that's not really my thing. Fuck it. I'll go try it. Worst thing is I don't like it and I don't do it again, right? Eating healthy is definitely something I'm starting to prioritize. That's something definitely newer for me that I'm prioritizing. And then definitely just staying active, right? Like, I've talked about this on my other podcast definitely before, of just I've been going to the gym a lot more consistently, and instead of just not going to the gym when my friends can't go because I don't like going to the gym alone, I'm going to the gym. It doesn't matter even if I'm just there and I'm doing cardio for 30 minutes, right? Like, I'm still going to the gym and I'm staying active. And honestly, in those times when I've gone to the gym alone, like, I come out of the gym and I'm like, I'm so fucking proud of myself, and that changes my mindset so much, because that was something I would have never done. I was so stuck in that comfort zone that I wasn't getting out of it, and now that I'm out of that comfort zone and doing the hard thing, it's amazing, and, like, it makes you proud of yourself that you can do those things, right? Like, I do have, like, a little social anxiety when you go to the gym, and I swear everyone's watching you do things. I know that's not true, but I know when I'm at the gym, sometimes I judge people, so I just feel like they're judging me, and some people probably are, but you know what? That's part of that healthy mindset of, like, who the fuck cares, right? If you don't know them, if they aren't a part of your life, why does it fucking matter what other people think? It matters what you think, honestly, and anybody else, it does not matter how they think about you. As long as you are happy with yourself, that's all that matters. So definitely look at those things in your life and think about where you could grow, where you want to be to help that healthy mindset, and reach those goals. Make tiny goals and then build on them. And it's just so crazy to see, for me at least, how far I've come in such a short period of time. It's definitely hard at first, don't get me wrong. Doing things, staying out of your comfort zone is tough at first. But at some point it becomes a routine and it becomes so natural that it's no longer hard. And then it changes your mindset. You have that healthy mindset. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Tune in next time.